Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Freeze Frame, the show where we stop to take a moment to discuss all the heavily talked about news this week having to do with movies, TV, streaming, and pop culture. This is episode 31. My name is Ryder, and today I'm joined by another member of Strictly Casual, the spiciest gabagool himself.
Whoa.
Vincent DeSantis.
What's up, guys? How's it going? Thanks for having me on.
I was thinking of like spicy meatball, but then I was like, oh, remember we talked about gabagool? And then I was like, what's
The
that?
gabagool.
The gabagool. So I had to
It's a gabagool.
little reference to you. But yeah, thanks for coming on. We're gonna get into the news today. But before we start, we have a special message and some housekeeping. All you audio listeners, thank you so much for listening at home. We appreciate you guys. Also on YouTube, thanks for watching. If you want to give us a review on the audio platforms, let us know what we're doing right and let us know what we're doing wrong. Helps us out. We got Discord. We have social media for you guys to connect with us and all the social media that you can imagine. We got it. And hop in there. We also have a special message from our sponsor today, Manscaped. Strictly Casual Freeze Frame, sponsored to you by Manscaped, the leaders in below the waist grooming. It's back to school time, and we want to make sure you pack the essentials to have the best year yet. The Manscaped fourth generation performance package is just that. School's opening up, things are opening up, and we want you to be ready for whatever is in the daily schedule for you. It's the perfect package for your package and includes the brand new Lawnmower 4.0. Fellas, go for the valedictorian of ball trimming and join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com with the code strictlycasual. Pretty great. Thank you guys for sponsoring us. We can kind of get into, we just got this, we got a new package from Manscaped just the other day.
We did.
Some new stuff. I don't know if you want to talk about new stuff that we got.
It's pretty cool.
Have you tried it out?
I have not actually tried it out yet. It's ready. It's like charged up and ready to go. But I just I need to go for it because I've never used the nose trimmer before ever. I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of a little worried. Have you tried it out?
Yeah, I was scared to use it too, but you know, they're really huge on their skin safe technology, right? And they have the metal guard. I put that bad boy up there, I turned it on. I didn't feel a thing, but I did feel some of the little nose particles going away. Now I'm not that much of a hairy guy.
Ooh.
So
okay.
it's kinda,
I'm a pretty hairy guy.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty hairy guy, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't used it because I feel like it would work for you. I feel like, you know,
I'm
maybe in the
down.
ears,
Maybe I'll go for today. Maybe that's a today thing.
Yeah.
We'll see. Also, I want to, this is pretty cool too. We got the Manscaped boxers, right? We got a pair of the boxers. I went to the beach and I hate the sand. I really hate the sand. I spent all day on the sand.
Okay,
and guess what? There were no sand that got inside the Manscaped boxers. And I was like, this is like a hack. I'm going to wear Manscaped boxers to the beach every time I go now, which is amazing. Not even the advertised purpose, but it's incredible.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, the boxers are great. I bought myself another pair because of how great they are.
Really?
Great quality. And so I have two of them. And
They're solid.
They're my favorite ones that I used so far. But
they hold my cheeks, man. They hold my cheeks nice and tight.
Yeah, guys, they're great products. And we recommend if you want to support us, you can head to the website. You can get 20% off and free shipping if you use the code strictlycasual at manscaped.com. Guys, that's 20% off and free shipping with the code strictlycasual at manscaped.com. This year, graduate with a degree in clean balls from Manscaped.
Amen.
I feel like I say that I stutter a lot, but we're getting there. We got it.
Beautiful thing.
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing.
Thank you, Manscaped, for sponsoring us. If you want to support us, show some love. But anyways, guys, that was it. That's our housekeeping. Long intro, but let's get into the news. Let's start off. Lots of fun stuff. Real quick before we get started, doing the news for this week, I was like, finally, we have a lot of like random news scattered throughout. It's usually most of the time it's always Marvel or DC. But this time it was like different stuff.
Sure.
So if you want to, you can start us off and get us into the big ones.
Well, I mean, to start off, it's not very fun news. It's pretty sad. Norm MacDonald has passed away at 61 years old after a 9-year battle with cancer. It's really sad to see. I know I've seen him in a lot of different like either comedy specials or interviews and stuff like that, and seeing a lot of them on Twitter and stuff like that was just heartbreaking to see the relationship that he had with a lot of other people and the positive influence he had on other people, not just like how funny guy he was. Like people said he was a genuinely like enjoyable person to be around and a very positive person. So that was really cool to see.
Yeah, absolutely. It was crazy to see how many people actually like went on about how he's like literally one of the funniest creators of all time. And I was like, yeah, he really is. Like watching his old SNL skits and sketches and just his sense of humor, the way he delivers is just so, it's unique. It's his own thing. And so I was definitely like, God, I'm gonna miss that guy. Great comedian. But
Yeah,
Pretty sad.
it's good stuff.
Moving on now to Marvel, of course. We always start off with, there's always gonna be Marvel news. Kit Harington, one of your favorites. I know Kit Harington from Game of Thrones. Apparently, he was talking about he turned down a superhero role while he was doing Game of Thrones, which I think makes sense. He has a quote. He says, "It didn't feel like the right thing at the right time. My head was very in the Jon Snow world then." So
yeah,
it's good timing for him now.
That show and that character like took a toll on Kit Harington too. Like he stopped acting for a little bit afterwards. It threw him into like deep depression and stuff. Like he was going through some stuff after recording. So I can see not wanting to add another thing to your plate during this too. Imagine the pressure of Game of Thrones too, plus the pressure of a superhero movie. No shot. Like that's a lot. So. But we're gonna go see him in a Marvel movie coming up like next month, so that's wild. That's crazy to me. But yeah,
maybe he's the new leader of the Avengers, because in the comics has kind of a leadership role, so you could spin off for his character. He can. There's a lot of potential for him to come back.
Okay, yeah, I don't even know who he's playing or anything, so I'm just excited to see the Eternals movie.
Oh yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Yeah, I got no clue.
Okay, this one too. This is a sad one. You can read this one.
Vincent D'Onofrio. I love that name. Vincent's just such a great name. I mean, who would have
so great. I wonder why.
I wonder why. So Vincent D'Onofrio says it's silly to look deeper at his tweets that led many to theorize his return as Kingpin in the MCU. Although I appreciate the fandom, is what he says. So he's saying he's not in the MCU straight up here. He's he's like, dude, you guys are looking way too much into this. Like, I appreciate the fans that like enjoy my portrayal of Kingpin, I guess, but I'm not in the MCU. That's what he's saying here. Or he's throwing us off, Ryder.
That's true, because it's like, I appreciate the fandom, you guys. I mean, I'm very obviously stating I'm returning. It's true. I'm coming back. Like, it could be, but that's not.
Ooh, it could be that too.
Yeah, no, but I really think he's like, no, I'm not, guys. I'm not coming back. So
we can only wish.
Yeah, but something that is coming back: Marvel Zombies. Now this is apparently confirmed. Now I don't know if it's live action. It says here it's a live action Marvel Zombies is coming. Apparently further down the line, it's coming in the future, which I don't know. I doubt that's a possibility, but there was some confirmation from some reliable sources in Marvel Studios, I believe, or some journalists. I didn't exactly get the credit, but I did like big reporters.
It just sounds boring, bro. I haven't seen like a.
You haven't seen the zombie episode though, have you?
Well, I haven't seen the zombie episode of the What If. So, but just the sound of that sounds awful. I don't know what the story. Marvel's only good because it has like characters that I enjoy watching. I don't want to see my favorite characters be zombies. There's no life in the character. I don't know.
That's true. That's true. It'll just be like a Army of the Dead, or like a Dawn of the Dead type zombie film where you're like, try to get to point A to point B. Ignore the zombies. It's not much depth to it.
With superheroes, you just blast them all away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It depends on what it is, because you gotta see the What If episode, and then we can talk about details of what the story could possibly be.
Yeah.
Because Earth's mightiest heroes were screwed.
Got it.
You often forget the powers of some of these heroes, and then you're like, oh, in zombie form, that's OP. So if the enemy becomes a zombie, it's just like Bizarro or something. Don't do zombies, just have one of them. Let's make a Marvel movie where a superhero is a bad guy. You know what I mean? Yeah,
let's try that out.
Yeah, that'd be more of a true. Yeah, you're right.
The term zombie's getting real played out for me. Real played out. I'm over it.
It's starting to get overdone, but something that isn't overdone.
Starting to? It's been overdone a long time.
Okay. Well, something that isn't overdone right now. Directors calling out Marvel. No. Anyways,
oh, here we go.
We
got to get into this.
So, guys, Denis, you know what? I'll have you say his name because I don't want to butcher it.
Well, I think I get it wrong. I think I was hearing someone say his name, and it was not how I say it. I say Denis Villeneuve.
Okay.
Like
Villeneuve. Yeah.
But I don't know if that's right.
I always say
it might be Villeneuve. Villeneuve. I think it's Villeneuve.
Okay.
Maybe not. I'll stick with it.
Okay.
You guys, if I'm wrong, just blame me. It's all right. Denis Villeneuve thinks it's genius that Marvel approached Chloe Zhao for Eternals, because she is the radical opposite of Marvel aesthetically.
And I forgot to put the quote of what he says. I kind of remember, but then there was like a full quote. So Denis made controversy this past week because he called out
big time.
Yeah, because he was talking about his movie Dune, and then he talked about Marvel, how their formula is very copy and paste, and it's hard for other films to compete with that because they're just formulaic and it's the same thing over and over again. So people are calling him out because it's like, oh, what about Dune and your remakes, and anytime a director like Scorsese calls out Marvel, you're gonna have some part of the fandom attacking back.
Totally.
So
yeah, this makes sense.
What are your thoughts on the whole matter and how you feel about
Here's my thought. I saw the quote, and at first I was like, because Denis probably my favorite director. He probably is.
Mm-hmm.
I love all of he does, and I was like, this is not. It's just not a good take, man. Like when you say something like this, you're ostracizing like 26 different directors at this point, or something crazy.
Yeah, true.
And like, I'm not prepared to say like Scott Derrickson is a bad director or something like that for doing like Doctor Strange or, like I think James Gunn is a great director, and he's done other things besides Marvel movies too. So his point was kind of thin. He was going after the directors, kind of in his quote, and saying the movies are copy and paste. But you know what? I'll give it to him. Some of the Marvel movies do feel like copy and paste, but that quote is like not good. Like that means you haven't really probably watched them, or you're watching these movies with preconceived like thoughts about them, which also ruins the experience of movies in general. And I feel like that is unfair to judge movies like that when you're literally making a remake, the third remake of a movie. Like talk about copy and paste. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same story. So I don't know. I think I see where he was coming from when he was trying to say, because you were explaining to me, there's a longer interview where his quote was a little bit taken out of context. But it was a bad look for him overall. Yeah. Even if I do slightly agree with what he was trying to say.
Absolutely. Yeah, he does have a point, and I do think if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so I think on one hand, yes, the quote was pulling out of context because on Twitter recently, there was a whole quote where he was interviewed and he was talking about other things besides Marvel, but he did mention about Marvel. And so it's, you guys got to remember, they're pulling the headline for Marvel just to get controversy. And so another thing people can talk about is they were saying, listen, if you want to have a bigger building, you don't take down another building. You just build a bigger building. And so, I feel like with directors, my take on it is you never want to bash, even if it's formula and it's copy and paste. If it's working and if it's getting box office, it's getting records, and they're starting to have, more representation and more people in work, why'd you bash that and say something about it when you're all in the same business? You know what I mean?
Well,
It's all...
I think here it is. Here's really where I believe this is like the disparity of thought. Is I believe that Denis probably thinks of himself as an auteur, like not really like a filmmaker. He believes that his films are made for the purpose of art and not the purpose of entertainment. Okay. Whereas Marvel, I do believe that their purpose is for entertainment and not for art. Like, yes, you can argue that there's like artistic moments in the movies and stuff like that, but it's not. There's a thought process difference there. There's a big thought, and you know what? We could talk to any Marvel director that could say like, "Oh no, this was trying to be art," and art is subjective. Like everybody has different things, but Denis thinks of his movies as art pieces, and he's like, and in his mind, he does not think Marvel thinks of their films as art pieces. He thinks they're entertainment strictly. And you know what? God bless him. I love both. I love the art films. I love our entertainment films. It is what it is. I hate when people try to like poop on your opinion, like, oh, you can't like this because it's not good.
Yeah,
it's not like
it's not
good
cinema,
taste. Like
like you can enjoy entertainment films because the numbers. I always look at the numbers. If they're getting money and they're breaking records, people are seeing it and enjoying it more than once. Right. That means people the majority of people have to be seeing it more than one time. You know what I mean? But you could still go see an A24 film or like an art film and enjoy it for the art of what the director made it to be. But you don't have
you can like both.
Yeah, you don't have to bash.
You can like both. You can like movies that don't make a lot of money, and you can like movies that make a lot of money. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter.
Definitely. It's a great conversation, especially like I feel like we can go on forever about it.
Yeah, I could keep going about this. I really could.
But I mean, hey, comment your thoughts, guys, on this because we want to hear your take and your perspective. It's interesting. Yeah. But maybe we'll close out next week. We'll see where this goes. Anyways, moving on now to Universal Studios. Moving on with the directors. This is huge. Can I
get this one?
Yeah, this is a big one.
All right, baby. From Universal Studios, which is very surprising because this director only works for Warner Brothers, but is ending that contract. Christopher Nolan has chosen Universal for his next film, and Warner Bros. Was not an option. Do you think this was because Tenet didn't do very well at the box office because it had a strictly theatrical release? Possibly, maybe not. I feel like they would have understood because it was COVID, but let's get into it. The movie will begin production at the start of 2022, which is very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Cillian Murphy, I think that's how you say it. Is it Cillian or Killian?
I think I'd say Killian, but
Cillian Murphy is still in the mix to star, who I think he's an incredible actor, probably
Yes.
super, like, he's really underrated. Christopher Nolan's reported demands. These are his demands for this film from Universal, which is wild to me. This is crazy. It needs to have $100 million budget just on the movie itself, $100 million in marketing just for the marketing, and Christopher Nolan needs to have 100% total creative control. He wants no notes from the studio or anything. He wants it to. This is his movie. His movie. Universal's just there to publish. Okay. The studio cannot. So okay, get this.
This is the big one. Yeah.
Universal cannot release another film 3 weeks before his new movie or 3 weeks after his new movie. He needs
the gall.
It's just a 6-week Nolan chunk. Okay,
Yeah.
you need to be looking forward for 3 weeks and only watching it for 3 weeks. And it needs to have over 100 days in the theater, a third of the year, and then 20% of its. Wait, what does this mean? 20% of its first
income. Gross? Yeah, if it's first, I'm gonna say gross. Yeah, that's what it was.
So he gets 20% of its income.
Of its gross, yeah, I believe so. 20% of its.
Oh wow, he's gonna take 20%. Holy, oh my god.
Yeah,
that's huge. A lot of money.
Mm-hmm. And listen, I think he's bold to make these statements because of how well he did with Warner Bros. And I think you're right. Yeah, I think it goes because of Tenet and also because of kind of the controversy of HBO and Warner Brothers releasing to streaming services and that whole debacle of we only want theaters, don't do streaming services. And so I think after Warner Brothers is probably like, yo, we're doing our movies HBO Max. Hey Nolan, when's your next film? We're ready for HBO Max. He's like, I'm not gonna work with these guys.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do this anymore. Like Universal is not doing that.
Nolan like outspokenly just pooped all over Warner Bros. Like in an interview, and so like that's a bad look too, I guess.
Yeah, the relationship.
Did you hear about what the movie is?
Oh yeah. I think we talked about it recently. So basically the
World War II film.
It's about the creation of the atom bomb, which I don't know how World War II and Nolan is like. You know, he loves his World War II films, but I think he shines.
Well, he only has a World War I film, right? Dunkirk.
Oh. Never mind. I'm thinking of a different direction. Never mind. I think that era with him. Then I was trying to say. I don't know.
Yeah. Here's what I want from Christopher Nolan is more of the give me a Memento type now. Like we've seen your sci-fis. You've done amazing. You've done Inception, Interstellar, incredible sci-fis. The Prestige is sci-fi, but in an old period. That's all great. We've gotten your historical film. We've gotten like Dunkirk, which is great, and it grows on me every time I watch it. I don't necessarily want a war film from Nolan. Give me something that's gonna like blow me away. Give me that mind twist, bro. I don't want your historical events, bro. I want your brain.
Like a real thriller. You know what I mean? Like a espionage, trying to figure out who's the spy. You know, they're trying to make the atom bomb. Who's with Germany? Who's with America? You know, like
do we think it's kind of like a spy thing?
It could be like a type, kind of how we.
I don't want a war.
Yeah, you know, I think after the love that he got from Tenet, kind of doing that espionage, you know, kind of
cool,
corporate, I think he can kind of pull some of that into this and kind of have that vibe, and I'd be down for it. You know? But he needs something like the timing version. He needs a thing for this. Yeah, you know, he needs something like an effect.
All of his movies have things.
Yeah.
I'm sure he knows what he's doing. He's probably got something cool up his sleeve. We're just, you know, but. Anyways, I'm excited. It's Chris Nolan. I'll be there opening night for sure. So that's just it.
With Universal at his back, it's who knows? It'd be crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
All right. Well, that's it for our major studios. Now this is like other studios, A24, other random studios. We got some little headlines here. We got the first teaser trailer for Guillermo del Toro's next film, Nightmare Alley, starring Bradley Cooper, Kate Blanchett, some other huge actors. Have you seen the trailer?
I didn't see the trailer, but I saw screenshots and I was like, oh, this cast is stacked, man. This is cool.
Yeah. Oh, Willem Dafoe is also in it. It looks interesting.
Crazy.
So based on the trailer, it seems like the circus has like a freak, like a beast or a man. And that could be like a hidden theme in it. But also Bradley Cooper seems to be going through some psychological trauma and kind of stuff that's going on with him with, you know, some of the supporting cast. I feel like Bradley is really struggling. But it's a circus. It's like a circus type vibe and weird, creepy.
Very.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
got it.
Looked good. Looked pretty fun. But
Cool.
Moving on now to some other exciting things. You can read a couple of these next three or whatever.
The star-studded Knives Out 2 has wrap production, confirms Ryan Johnson, and they shot in Greece, I believe, in some incredible locations.
Oh yeah.
Ryan Johnson, who he takes a lot of film camera photos, like on set and stuff, and he waits months and months and months, sometimes years, to develop it. He's still posting like Knives Out 1 behind the scenes photos of like day one on set, like some guy like carrying like a camera or something, like, and then Daniel Craig like, oh, like stoked.
Wow.
And they're the most fun pictures. I love seeing them.
Yeah.
Like, if you guys don't follow Ryan Johnson on Twitter, do it, because he's always like, even if it doesn't necessarily perfectly pertain to the film, it's always like cool behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
I really love seeing all that stuff. So
that's cool. And
can't wait.
Up next we have I'll say real quick. Don't Worry, Darling got its first little teaser, starring Florence Pugh and Harry Styles, directed by Olivia Wilde. Now this one, it was a steamy teaser. This film's coming September 23rd, 2022. So a long time from now, a whole year from now.
Wait, what?
Yeah, long time. I don't know why.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what
It comes out not this next September, a year from now?
Yeah.
No
Sad.
way. I thought it came out this year.
I know. I heard too. So I got a chance to see an early screening for this. And
yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, is he gonna say it?
Yeah, no, well, so I saw the film and I don't think I could talk about, of course I can't talk about it, but I do think that it will make Florence and Harry Styles blow up even more, because I feel like after Black Widow, people were like, oh, Florence. But after this, Florence and Harry, they go on a whole, they're together.
Sexcapade, would you say?
Something like that, yeah. Yes. I'd say that, But yeah, so we did hear that this movie's not coming out for like long time, and we're like, oh wow, the film did look done. Nothing, but it was just pacing and stuff. But we'll see.
Do you think they'll do some edits before you see it again? Probably.
I do think so. Yeah, 100%. I feel like the majority of people kind of felt the same, but overall, great film, and I'm looking forward to speaking on it. Maybe we could talk about it like a year from now. We could talk about it.
Very excited. We'll have to go cut back to this moment.
There's a twist. I won't say no more. I can't say no more, but there's a huge
don't
twist.
tell me anything. But anyways. All I need is a little Florence Pugh, because she is so good in Midsummer, and that's when I fell in love with her. So I can't wait. Actually, can't wait. 2022, man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right. Keegan-Michael Key gets the golden ticket to star in Wonka. Wonka? Alongside Timothy Chalamet? Yeah. What the hell is Wonka?
Oh, you haven't heard of this? Dude, oh man, we've been doing news on this for like episode 1, like long time, 30 weeks already. Like, Wonka is happening. It's like a musical. Timothy Chalamet is playing Willy Wonka, and it's like a whole musical kind of adventure film. And Timothy did post, I think, like tap dancing shoes in a studio.
Yeah.
So he's training already. He's getting ready, but I think it was cool to see, like, wow, Keegan-Michael Key, what type of film is this going to be?
Sure. Okay.
Could be comedy, but who knows?
Hey, it might not, because you see Jordan Peele doing all this horror stuff now. Like, these guys, just because they're like comedy typecast, they got a whole nother creative brain pumping out stuff.
No, you're right. 100%. But something else that's kind of funny now. Sorry, I blanked out a little bit. Twins sequel. Twins is getting a sequel. The iconic.
Have you seen Twins?
I have not. No, but I mean, I've seen clips.
I think you just have to watch it.
It's hilarious.
Almost so bad it's good right now. Oh, it's great. Yeah, it's so great.
Oh man. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, this is the film starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. The triplets sequel now is going to have a third member. Tracy Morgan is going to be put into the family as the long lost brother, which, of course, polar opposite of Danny and Arnold. They're just all opposites.
Yep. So is this replacing the remake of Twins?
I don't think, was that ever confirmed? Because I know people were talking about like a Twins thing, but I don't know if that's
for some reason I thought it was confirmed with Josh Brolin playing Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, and then Peter Dinklage playing Danny DeVito's character, but maybe not. I remember reading about that, but I forget.
It might have been like rumored to like happen, but I don't know at this point. Might not. But yeah, this film takes place 33 years after the original. It starts shooting January next year.
I can't. It's probably gonna be hilarious, bro. I can't wait.
100%.
It's gonna be great. New West Side. There's a West Side Story trailer out.
Oh yeah, this is. Let me tell you,
like Ansel Elgort.
Yeah. So this trailer, is probably the most more beautiful, I'm gonna say, than La La Land, and you know how much that movie means to me. It looks gorgeous. It was like
Wow.
my jaw was dropped the whole time because I was like, oh my god, this movie's
Dude,
gonna get
I'm
all the Oscars.
literally pulling up a tab
Mhm.
right now.
Because so for those of you that haven't seen the trailer, you got to check out this trailer. It looks, I mean, they shot on film, but I don't know what it is on how they did the color grading and the kind of the editing of the film,
Yeah.
that it looks somehow of the feel of the 50s. Because like La La Land was shot on
Wow,
film as
okay.
well, but you could still see kind of like it's digital, right? But when I was watching this trailer,
Interesting.
I'm like, this looks like a 50s film recolored. It was weird. It has the feel
Okay.
of it, and I was like, man, this is really like spot on, you know?
Dude, I'm so excited. This is gonna be really cool. When does this come out?
I'm gonna say next year. I believe late next year or like
Oh
summer.
no, 2021.
This year? No way. No.
December 10th. December 10th is its release date.
No way, guys. That's
Yeah.
huge. Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm hyped.
I'm excited.
Mhm. I think they're gonna be
It
great.
is Spielberg, who's a little hit or miss right now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
God bless him, but
I
we'll
do
see.
think
We'll see.
Rachel Zegler, I believe is her name. The new, like, she's a new superstar.
Maria?
Yeah, she's playing Maria, and so who knows? I think people saying that she's gonna do great. We'll have to
Yeah,
see.
I'm sure she will.
Okay.
Very cool.
Hmm.
Anthony Mackie to play the lead role in live action Twisted Metal series. Now, this has got a
Interesting.
lot of news in both the games industry and the movie industry because there's a lot of hardcore Twisted Metal fans.
Yeah.
Ryder, have you ever played a Twisted Metal game?
No, but I've seen it my whole life. Like I've always seen that cover at a GameStop.
Yeah,
You know.
of course. You just drive a car and blow stuff up. That's
Oh,
pretty
really?
much
Okay,
that's
that's
Twisted
it.
Metal.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just
Mad
I
Max
don't know. There
vibes?
hasn't been a Twisted Metal game in so long
Mhm.
that I don't know who this movie is. Is this movie appealing towards maybe a generation that grew up with Twisted Metal, or is it trying to reach new people? I don't really
Mhm.
know. Anthony Mackie's great sometimes. Not in that
Yeah,
Netflix movie that they put out because that was terrible. God.
Beyond the
but-
Wire. Beyond the
Oh,
Wire.
that was it. I don't recommend that at all. I do not recommend watching
Yeah.
that movie.
Oh
Um,
god.
But this is interesting. It's coming from PlayStation Studios, which
Oh, really?
is
Okay.
also producing Uncharted and the Last of Us show. Even though I mean that's HBO and who's
Yeah.
doing Uncharted? Is it Universal?
Sony's doing it.
Sony with yeah. So I don't know. Oh, I'm sure this will be Sony then. I'm sure it'll be a Sony Marvel or a Sony
Yeah. Sony PlayStation.
PlayStation Studios. Yeah.
100%.
I don't know.
Yeah, not much to say on that one, but I guess maybe it'd be like a Borderlands vibe on who they're trying to target. But anyways, continuing on now.
Oh God, I hope not. I hope
Yeah.
it's not Borderlands.
Yeah. I know that one's like, who knows, hit or miss.
Yeah.
Ugh. But something that won't be a miss. This is a hit for sure. A24's Lamb, baby. This movie's coming next month. It's pretty crazy because the marketing. I mean, with these films, there's not lots of marketing. You know, lots of A24.
Not at
films.
all, bro. They
But-
dropped this trailer like right after Green Knight came out, which is
Yeah.
like 2 months.
I know, right? And so the film follows a mystery surrounding half lamb, half human baby. Could be a metaphor, could be real. I don't know, but it looks like it's right up your alley, Vinny.
I can't wait. Okay, the trailer is creepy as heck. If you haven't watched the trailer, watch it because it's just weird. It's just straight up weird.
Yeah. I could see
Very
us-
excited to watch this.
I could see us doing a breakdown of this video the day after it comes out, and we're like, this movie is just like Green Knight, right? We're like, this
Yeah.
is what it meant. The baby
It could be
lamb.
bad
It could
It
be,
just straight
dumb,
up
yeah.
bad.
Could be. I don't know.
because A24, like I think I've rated like 40 of their movies.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. So what's the percentage?
10 of them are bangers. 10 of them are bangers. 5 of them are
Okay.
like good,
Uh-huh.
and then there's 20 of them that are just really bad, like really
okay.
bad. So I don't know. We'll
What's
see.
one, if you want to out one, what was one that's like easy bad? What's one that-
The new Zola movie.
Okay,
Zola
Zola.
is about the strippers
Uh-huh.
in the Twitter thread.
Yeah. Not it. Yeah. Okay.
Not for me at least. Just not for me.
Yeah,
It was a
okay.
pretty movie. Like, not just. I mean, there was not the strippers. I'm talking like visually. The movie
Yeah,
was
yeah,
pretty.
yeah, no,
was
yeah.
pretty.
Yeah. This next one, I saw the trailer for this one just right now, so I had to
Me
add
too.
it in.
I saw it like
Oh, really?
10 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. Yeah.
You can take this
Well,
one.
right before this. Well, basically, it's called The Humans. Is an A24 produced movie. It's based on the stage play called The
Oh,
Humans.
okay.
And it stars Stephen Ewan, Amy Schumer, Beanie Feldstein. There we go. Richard Jenkins, Jane Hoodyshell. I don't know who she is, and June Squibb. I also don't know who she is.
I don't know.
It all takes place in one apartment over Thanksgiving. it's gonna be very introspective, probably
Yeah.
just characters talk. It's gonna be a lot of just conversations.
I
But I
see
love Steven Yeun and I love Beanie Feldstein. So,
Academy Award nominee Amy Schumer and Stephen Yeun after this film. Watch.
dude, Richard Jenkins looks real good in it though.
Yeah,
He
true.
looks real
Yeah.
good in it.
I think Amy
I don't know
Schumer's
when
gonna
this
be
one
the
comes out either.
sleeper. Because she in that trailer, she was like, I can see something. You're
Yeah.
bringing it. You're bringing it. Huh?
Sure. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how
Yeah.
that one goes.
Looks great. More. I like the art. I'm getting more into these art films because I think you're rubbing off on me. So I'm like, I got to see these more. So definitely happy about that. But something that is an art house, CW.
Oh god,
Polar
the
switch.
opposite.
Polar opposite. We got one little news headline from CW. Batwoman season 3 recruits Bridget Regan to play Poison Ivy. Oh, I think I already got that was from last week. But yeah,
Okay.
Batwoman is still going. They're creating their own little cinematic universe. That's all I have.
Forgot
Yeah,
that was happening.
Yeah. And now on to Netflix. We got lots of trailers from Netflix. So you could take us and like a big announcement for their show. You start us off.
Boom. Netflix prepares for us. Tudum. What the hell is this? What is this called?
Tudum.
Oh.
That's their sound. That's what they're calling it. Yeah. Tudum.
Tudum.
Yep.
Their fan event reveals with over 70 of Netflix's biggest shows and films coming September 25th. This is their event. So are they live streaming this event?
This is gonna be a live stream thing next
Oh
Saturday.
yeah, you want to?
Yeah, I
wanna watch it?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
ready to do
Yeah.
it. Because we got
Cool.
Cobra Kai. That's the big
my
thing
God.
for me.
No.
Yeah.
No. Do you know what we're getting?
Whoa.
I'm gonna run down the list. I'm
Okay,
gonna run
yeah,
down the list.
Let me hear it.
Stranger Things, which fine. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'll watch
I
it.
want to see.
The Witcher. Haven't watched season 1, so I'm not very excited for season 2 yet, but I'm sure it's gonna be great. Money Heist, which my parents watched with English dubbing over the Spanish, and it looked terrible. So every time I walk in the room, it is very funny. The Sandman. I don't know what the Sandman is. Do you know what the Sandman is?
Sandman is based off a novel, I believe, and they
Okay.
It's a big cast, I believe. I don't know if that was the audio
Okay.
book, but it's like based off a
I'll
novel
check it out.
and something. Yeah, weird.
But here's where we start getting crazy.
Oh,
Cobra Kai, baby. Cobra Kai. I'm sure we get the trailer.
yeah.
It's gonna be incredible.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm even more stoked for Ozark, baby.
Ooh.
Jason Bateman's Ozark is so good. I believe this is the final season, or
I think so. Yeah.
the last, which is great. I'm so glad they're ending it. I don't want this to go forever. It's been a almost perfect 3 seasons so far. Like if we have a great 4th season, tie it up, call it good.
Okay.
And then Red Notice, I don't know that.
That's with The Rock and Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot.
Oh yeah, you were telling me
big
about
action
that.
film. Mm-hmm.
Did you watch that one early too?
No. There was
Oh,
a screening
okay.
for Red Notice, but I couldn't go.
Got it. And then Don't Look Up, which is remind me.
Leo and Jennifer Lawrence.
That's right.
Scientists.
And you did see that one.
Mhm.
You did see that one.
A teaser just came out for that, and already
Haven't
some new
watched it.
footage. Already some new footage from the movie. It looked like,
Oh,
and I
cool.
was like, oh, but yeah, the trailer looks it looks wild. But when this movie drops, there will be huge controversy. I feel like people are starting to hype it up.
Wow.
And it's gonna be like people are gonna be talking about this on the internet. You know what I mean?
Okay. So I did not know that this movie was directed by Adam McKay, who did Vice and The Big Short, which those two are very much based on real events. And they're almost done in like, it's a movie you're watching, but it's almost like a documentary, kind of like as you're watching it. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. And so, and I love his editing style. I mean, he also did like Step Brothers and like a bunch of comedies, which is so funny to me that you go from Step Brothers to doing a movie about the stock market crash. But so I'm way more for this.
And he's also executive produced and worked on Succession, which the editing from Big Short in the Succession show is just brilliant, man. It's something else. And I didn't know Will Ferrell also executive produced Succession, which is wild.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that, but
very cool.
Crazy. And season 3, not to go to, but season 3 is coming October 17th, and they dropped a new trailer today for Succession.
You can't wait.
My God, me and my mom were like screaming. It looks.
Oh yeah.
It's so intense because it's the family. They're literally out to get each other, and it is so Shakespearean. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like the sons are like, I'm about to kill my dad, but they mean like metaphorically because the company.
Sure.
But man, they're just like the dad, the actor who plays the dad is so vicious, like it's intense.
I love that actor. He's great.
It's crazy. But continuing on here. Narcos Mexico also got a little tease just the other day on Instagram. Season 3 is their last one, their final season, and they're finally gonna take down the Cali cartel. So I'm sure we'll get more looks at that for this Tudum event. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing maybe a YouTube live stream and checking out this event because lots of trailers and stuff.
I'm excited too. That'd be sick. That'd be very sick.
And you just got a trailer today? I checked that one out. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
I've seen like 2 episodes of You. I found it could be weird.
Okay. Really? A little weird? Yeah, I think.
Did you watch it?
I did watch it, and then, but it's just like one of those. It's kind of like watching Riverdale in a way, but not
you
like
just can't stop.
That extent. Yeah, it's just you can't stop. You're like, why am I watching this?
I'm already here. Yeah.
And then you got through it, and you're like, but the actress who plays Love, she was in The Haunting of Hill House, another Netflix show, and I forgot her name, but she's such a interesting actress. I saw some interviews of her, and she's very like emotional, down to earth, and very in touch with who she is, and it was interesting, and you could tell when she's acting, she puts herself into the acting. She's out there actress. She's out there.
Cool.
But in a good way.
Well, I'll definitely. I gotta check it out. I gotta check it out more.
Absolutely.
And then first Lock and Key season 2 trailer unlocks new layers of darkness coming October 22nd. Did you watch Lock and Key first season?
I did. I hopped in the middle because my mom was watching it. Have you seen it?
No.
It's interesting. So there's a weird gimmick about keys and putting them in your head. But if you take that away, the story is great. Lots of twists. It's like a Goonies meets like a haunted house, Goosebumps, weird vibe, you know?
Okay.
And then, but that's it for Netflix, guys. More exciting stuff to come next weekend. Looking forward to it. HBO Max, we already talked about Succession, and then The Batman has another HBO Max spin-off series. We could talk about this because I wanted to hear your thoughts on this show.
Yeah.
Penguin is getting a spin-off, and they're saying it's kind of like a Scarface-like show. The Penguin from the Batman Robert Pattinson universe is getting his own HBO Max show. What are your thoughts?
My only thoughts is Colin Farrell is great, and I would love to see more Colin Farrell in whatever it is. I don't really know how this character is going to be in the movie yet, so I don't know if I'm like excited for this at all. I have to wait for the movie to see if I'm excited.
Yeah,
but love Colin Farrell.
The producers or somebody at HBO, Warner Bros. I mean, should have been like, oh yes, let's do it. You were great in the movie. You know what I mean? He must be like so phenomenal for them to be like, he needs his own show. Right?
I don't know, or it's like James Gunn doing the Peacekeeper show. You know, it's like
true. Yeah,
Peacekeeper's fine. He's fine in the movie. He's funny and stuff. But I don't know if I am excited for a whole show for it.
Yeah,
you know?
And that's something I asked for nor needed, but maybe wanted. No, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe we watch it and it's great. Could be.
Right. Yeah, who knows? Okay.
Yeah.
Now moving on to Paramount Plus. This is a funny one. This just dropped today. You want to read this one?
First look at Paranormal Activity. Next of Kin.
Next.
Oh.
Your face. I know you
a
love
weird
horror
vibe
films.
about this. I hate horror movies, dude. I hate them.
I'm just kidding.
The next film in the Frightful franchise launches on Paramount Plus October 29th. Ryder, you have also seen this one, correct?
The funny thing is, you're not gonna believe this. On the, I'll say this. I don't care. At the end of these movies, you get to survey. They asked you, what do you think would be the title for this film, right? And it had Next of Kin, The Devil's Baby. It had like all these weird titles, right? And I put Next of Kin so I could say, hey, I helped choose the title for this movie.
High five. Look at that.
It fit. The other ones were real cringe. And so I was like, when they announced, I'm like, wow, that's cool. Some of our showings will probably help them to decide what's the title of the film. And it also asked, would you recommend this film for the theater or for streaming service? And I was like, streaming. Maybe no, but I think I put both. No, I think I put both. But I was like, I would recommend to a friend seeing it in a theater, but if you can't, do streaming service for sure. So I think that's why they're like, Paramount Plus, baby.
Got it. Okay, fair enough. Ouch, that one hurted.
I know. I didn't mean to hate on it, but it was great. I enjoyed it. I personally love Paranormal Activities.
Here we go, baby. We're getting into some Disney Plus news. Let's get it.
Oh, this is it.
Number one, you take the first one.
Okay. So we got Hawkeye, guys. New trailer. We did a little reaction on that, and we're getting hyped for it. November 24th, the show's coming, and something else to be mindful of. Episode 4 and 5 are dropping, and Spider-Man No Way Home is going to be premiering in between those episodes. So we want to hear your thoughts. Are you excited for Hawkeye? It looks fun. It looks, great. Medium tier, I'd say. Who knows until we see it, but it's going to be interesting to see how they connect maybe to Spider-Man or Kingpin, but Kingpin I might be in it, and who knows what can happen.
Yeah, okay, here's a hot take. Here's a hot take right here. I think this looks so mid-tier, right?
So mid.
That it could blow me away and be the best. Might be the best show. Might be the best Marvel
Oh,
show.
okay, yeah. Yeah. My expectations are honestly really low for this, and that's first for
Do,
me.
do you know why I think it's low for me? Is because all three of these other shows promised to be like, this is gonna change the MCU. Like,
Mhm.
here's the
Yeah.
trailer. It's gonna be mind blowing. And then you watch the Hawkeye trailer, like, oh, cool. We're
Doesn't
going on a
promise
little
anything.
adventure. We're just
Yeah.
going on a little adventure, bro. I'm so down for that. That
It,
sounds more my speed.
it's just Jeremy Renner with a bow, Christmas, and Haley Steinfeld. That's it.
Yeah, it looks like a fun time.
That's it.
Looks like a fun
It's a
time.
fun time, yeah.
I can't complain.
So, maybe at the end they're like, oh God, what's that kid doing? And you see Spider-Man swinging, and but we'll see. I doubt they do that. I'm always hesitant because they never connect to the movies, even like barely. It's a barely
They might.
connection. You know what I mean? But yeah,
They'll just and I
mention.
don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Right when the show starts, we'll get a better idea of like how connected it kind of is. It is in the same city, right? It's all in New
Yeah,
York.
New York, yeah. So I mean, it's like, come on, Peter's there. Like, what's wrong with you? But
The Sinister Six are going to be wrecking havoc during after
Right.
episode 4. They have to say
Yeah.
something about it.
Oh, you know what? But I think I remember. I think the timeline is not matched up though, because I think Hawkeye takes place the Christmas after Endgame. Because Endgame takes place in summer of 2023, and this takes place in Christmas 2023. Spider-Man takes place the following year, I think.
2024.
Yeah.
So we're ahead.
Summer.
We're ahead of our own time.
I think
God,
so.
this is crazy.
Yeah,
Okay.
the 5-year time jump kind of put them ahead of us. But
Yeah.
anyways, okay,
Cool.
you can take these next two.
Oh, I'm so excited. So Sung Kang Han from Fast and Furious says, quote, "My character has a lightsaber, an Obi-Wan Kenobi."
Let's go, baby.
So people are saying that he's an Inquisitor, like one of the Inquisitors, which would be really cool.
Interesting.
That's been a rumored plot line for this show forever, is that, Obi-Wan goes into hiding after episode 3, blah, blah, blah. Years have passed, and then the Inquisitors are trying to kill the remaining Jedi, which is, honestly, sounds like a perfect plot for the show. Because that can be the backdrop, and then there can be, like, the A plot. That sounds like a perfect B plot to help the story, and then the A plot is whatever it's going to be. Who knows?
And now that I'm thinking about this, what the big Luke Skywalker type thing could be, kind of like in Mandalorian. They have Cal Kestis, and that kid from he shows up. That would
Here's what I was talking about with someone the other day.
mind-blowing.
Can you imagine if Cal Kestis is a part of this in any way, and that's why they've been waiting for the Fallen Order 2 trailer for so long? We know the game is in development, but they will not drop that trailer until the show has finished and had people do it, because there's going to be some sort of tie-in. I don't know if he'll necessarily be in the show, but I think that
there's a connection.
the idea that the game has, if you haven't played the game, it is canon. It's very, very good. The idea that he could set up a new, like, a spot for these escaped Jedis, I guess, like a little safe haven to help train them and stuff. That sounds like a great other plot for the show too. I don't know, man. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this show.
And while I think there was a worry of Obi-Wan, like, okay, it'll be contained story, like we're talking now, you can go off anywhere with this. That's what's exciting about this too, is like, yes, we're getting Anakin and Ewan are coming back, but there's also like a lot of stuff that they could like surprise us with,
Right.
So.
It's the best period in Star Wars.
It is.
Order 66 and post Order 66. It's all I will take more and more and more.
Just hype of like, so there's what's this Death Star? Like they talk about, I love when they talk about
great.
stuff. It's like, oh, they're getting ready for that. Even though you already know,
I know I'm really excited. I don't want my hopes up. I'm so scared. I'm so concerned about this. I hope they learn from their mistakes in The Mandalorian, and man.
I feel you, because it could be like Mandalorian, where it's like, this is gonna be amazing, and then like the second season was like, you know what I mean? It was but
it's not that Mandalorian is bad.
No, yeah, it's just I don't know why I imagined it to be like, oh, it's gonna be a freaking huge spectacle, but it was like, no, it was a very contained story. But I feel like
it has some great episodes in it, and then it just loses sight of like what the story is, and people love it. People like praise Mandalorian. It's the best TV show of all time, but like it didn't have a lot of plot, bro.
If they give us any just Obi speaking to Anakin, I mean, if they give us any of that, people are gonna soon lose it. They'll just lose it.
I mean, can you imagine? Oh my god, I could talk about this forever.
Yeah.
Let's just do a Star Wars podcast. Drop it.
Talking about all things Star Wars. And then you continue with this. Continue on.
Oh, apparently there's a new Night at the Museum movie coming to Disney Plus this year, and you should expect new locations, new and old characters. Is Ben Stiller in this?
I believe Ben's coming back. Yeah, Ben's.
I don't know if I've ever seen the third Night at the Museum. I saw the Smithsonian one and the first one. That's it.
Yeah, I said the first. I think the third one was like the most emotional because Robin
Ooh,
Williams
okay.
was like, "Goodbye, my friend." It was like the last farewell.
Oh
for them, you know what I mean?
wow.
I think they
I
went
didn't
back to
actually
the
know that.
original museum. It was like it was an
Okay.
emotional one, but like a goodbye.
I'll have to check that out because
Yeah.
I always thought those were cute movies. They're good.
Yeah, very
good
creative, very
movies.
fun for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of fun, we got Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That's coming for Disney Plus, an animated film. The creator Jeff Kinney says it feels like the books have come to life, which I don't doubt. It's an animated
Good.
film.
That's exactly how it should be, and it should not be a live action.
Agreed.
So I'm
agreed.
sure it's fine.
Absolutely.
I probably will not watch it.
Yeah. And then Disney's also rebooting the 80s kids sci-fi film Flight of the Navigator with a female lead. Now this is an old film, and
I haven't seen it.
Bryce Dallas Howard will direct and produce, so that's great. She's been great so far. I saw this one time at a friend's house, and it was really good. It was pretty good.
Oh,
Very 80s. Like he gets caught in an alien ship, a UFO ship, and
I'm looking at this now. I have definitely seen this movie.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but it's old. It's very old Disney, you know.
Wow. No, now that I'm seeing photos, it's like the memories like
Yeah,
came
that's
back,
decent.
bro.
And
Dude, that's crazy. Sorry.
no,
Okay,
you're good. Yeah,
continue.
yeah. And then lastly, the Proud Family comes back as well. Louder and Prouder. It gets the stacked guest star lineup. Lots of huge actors and actresses. The reboot series hits Disney Plus 2022. Yeah. Proud Family's coming back.
What is the Proud Family?
Oh, you don't know? Oh, man. The memories I have of Proud Family are waking up at 2 a.m. and seeing that show on Disney Channel. It's a little cartoon family, and it's this little girl and her family, you know, African American family.
Yeah.
They're doing, you know, just life. And I don't know. I mean, I saw like one episode on TV, but
Sure.
very popular show, The Proud Family. Pretty cool.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, now we can go on Apple TV Plus.
Oh,
This is huge.
baby.
Yeah, you got it.
Coming to Apple TV Plus, Ted Lasso has been renewed for a third season. I don't know if it was already previously announced, but God, if you're not watching Ted Lasso, you need to be watching Ted Lasso. It
So
might be the
positive.
best show on TV right now. It might be the best show on TV.
I think so.
Jason Sudeikis. Oh, and there's a new episode.
Oh,
Is it out right now?
Yeah, it's out right now. Today's Friday. Today's Friday. As we're recording this, it's out, baby. Let's go.
Perfect. I gotta wait for James to get back from the coffee shop so we can watch it. Jason Sudeikis will now make $1 million per episode in season 3. Also, if you didn't know, season 1 was 8 episodes. Season 2 is 12 episodes, I believe it's going to be. And then I'm assuming season 3 will also be 12 episodes. So Jason Sudeikis is probably going to make around $12 to $15 million here, which is ridiculous. In season 1 and 2, he was making $300,000 per episode, which is a lot of money. That is a lot of money.
Ridiculous.
Wow. Yeah. I can't wait. This show is so good. I cannot give it enough praise of how funny it is, charismatic it is, but then also like heartwarming. And it destroys your heart at the same time.
That last episode, I think we could do. I mean, mild spoilers. I won't spoil but you know, there's a
I'll
lot
just
of
say the characters.
yeah, there's a lot of character development with some of the players, and a lot of them have backstories, right? And you think, oh, they're not really doing anything with these characters. Just when you think they're not, they bring it back up, and backstories come back, and they just hit the connections they have with all random. Everybody has a connection to everybody in some form or way, and I think that just adds to it. The writing, they never forget.
How is it that show makes you hate people for like 5 episodes, and the next one you're like, you know what?
I love him.
God bless him. I love him. And then there's certain characters where you love him for 1.5 seasons, and then you hate him all of a sudden because he's a bad person.
Who's that character for you?
We'll talk about it after. I don't want to spoil it. The season's too fresh. It's too fresh.
I'm interested because I'm like, oh, I don't feel this. I don't know. Like, I don't have those
there's one
feelings,
person.
so I'm wondering. Yeah. Okay.
Got
and
it.
then, so Apple TV Plus, of course, Apple had a recent event, and they showed off the trailer for some of the new stuff. A new film is coming called Finch, starring Tom Hanks, Man, Dog, and Robot. Post-apocalyptic world. That's it. And it was kind of like the new trailer for Apple TV Plus. Cool. Yeah, and that's really it for all our major stuff. Now we can get onto our light news. You can take these last two. I think they fill up.
Here, you take the first one. I'll take the second.
Okay, Spider-Man. Yeah. So I don't know why I put this under light news. This is the biggest headline in the history of the. No, I'm just kidding. Andrew Garfield is still under the microscope after allegedly appearing in a No Way Home set photo. So he was on Jimmy Fallon. He was on Fallon, and he was outing him on TV, saying, "Hey, we saw you in this photo." And he was like, what
Yeah.
photo? I don't know what you're talking about. And then he goes on like in 30 seconds later, he's like, no, I did see it. It's Photoshop. So it's like, dude, you're really mixing up your answers here with
I don't know.
this stuff. But I don't know. At this
Who
point,
knows?
who knows?
Again, I just don't want to pay attention to any of this because I just want to be surprised at the movies. I don't want to. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's that thing. And then this is great. Nicolas Cage says he is never gonna retire from acting. Did you know, Ryder, that Nicolas Cage? So Samuel L. Jackson has the most credits in any movie ever. He's been in more movies than any other actor in the face of
history of cinema. Yeah,
history.
Okay. Wow.
Nicolas Cage puts out more movies a year than any actor working right now. He does on average 2 to 3 movies a year.
Oh wow.
That's
That's
insane.
nuts. Yeah, with production and everything, like that's crazy.
He's just going back to back to back. I mean, not a lot of them are like straight to DVD type dealios, but it's still like legit credits.
He's just working. You know what I mean? I think it's just a job. Like it's just working 9 to 5 every day.
He said that, and then in this interview, same one, he was talking about like how he needs it. Like he's like, this is what keeps me going. He's like, I love it. I can't imagine not acting. So I will literally act forever. I will not retire from acting.
Interesting. Yeah, he does some. He's had some iconic, great roles, and he's also had some like, what is this weird stuff? Yeah.
And most of them these days are weird roles.
Yeah, as he's getting older, I bet he's just like, yeah, sure, let's do it.
But I'm really excited to see this his newest one, Pig that came out, because I heard a lot of good things about it. That it is a little weird, but also like really touching. So I'm excited to watch that eventually.
Okay,
we'll see.
Cool, interesting. Well, guys, now on to our recommendations. That's all the news for this week. Let's give you a recommendation for something you can check out this week. Mine's just a small one. Last Laugh on Rooster Teeth. It's a YouTube comedy show that they have. It's probably their best production show on Rooster Teeth. It's a competition show where they have cast members of Rooster Teeth, Funhouse, and Achievement Hunter all get into a room and they have to make each other laugh within 8 hours.
Oh, I have seen that.
I've seen that. So it's whoever laughs. You can't laugh. If you laugh, you're out, right? So whoever lasts to the end, you get money. And you become the funniest member.
And they bring props in and all this. It is pretty funny.
And they started season 2, and the first episode dropped on the Funhouse channel, I believe. So I'm excited to check it out. But it's a fun. It's surprisingly really funny because you try not to laugh, but then you're like, God, these guys are funny.
Especially if you like the cast of characters and I don't know, talent or whatever you want to call them. That it even makes it better if you're a fan of Rooster Teeth. As for my recommendation, it's tough. I'd have to recommend Hard Boiled, which is the movie I made the video on for Strictly Casual.
Speaking of,
check it out. It's cool, but the movie is so good, and it's on YouTube, and it's probably my favorite action movie I've ever watched. Like it just has this effect on you right away. You're like, this is crazy. This is batshit crazy, man. This is wild. So there's that. But then more recently, I watched Apple TV did a documentary called 9/11 Inside of the President's War Room. And I've seen a lot of 9/11 documentaries, I guess, at this point. But this one was specifically cool because it follows the president all day. Like, what did the president do from when he found out all the way through the rest of the day? Like 24 hours. And it was like really fascinating to me. And all the behind the scenes photos were just like, I don't know, just breathtaking almost. Even though it's like a simple photo of like Bush at his desk or something like that. It's like, I can't imagine.
It's funny.
Make decisions for the country.
I saw a documentary on Netflix of 9/11, and it was like their brand new one. And it was kind of too showing the president on how he reacted, and what he did. And it was crazy because I didn't know the plan. Everybody was so angry in the U.S. that unanimously everybody was like, let's go to war and let's give the president complete control, right? And so there was one lady, only one in the entire House and Senate that was kind of opposing that power, because she was like, listen, we don't want to like get too carried away, because she kind of got a sense that like we could like completely destroy the world if, like, because people were like, let us put the wrath of God and destroy, like everybody was like feeling that, you know what I mean? And so everyone was ready to give the president 100% control, which it's like, yes, of course, 9/11, yes, but then you're also like, wait, but watch out, because what if like you're giving one man his power, he could completely destroy but luckily Bush, he didn't he's not an evil man that didn't, completely destroy the planet. He was just like, no, calculated. But I understand it was one lady that said, I don't know if we should do it, and she got so many death threats and like hate and because she was like, "You're a traitor," like. But I see her reasoning,
it's fascinating. It's
definitely
fascinating.
absolutely.
Fascinating and still a tragedy.
Absolutely.
It's heartbreaking to watch. I've seen the footage over and over again at this point. It's never gets easier to watch. But yeah, because I think that was this week. There was the anniversary of 9/11 was last week. I think
last week was 9/11. Yeah, last Saturday.
But yeah, very, very interesting stuff. So
absolutely.
I specifically watched the Apple TV one. Highly recommend it. You said you watched the Netflix one and it was good.
Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, because they talked about like Osama as well, like kind of his reasoning. Because I never knew like why, like why attack, right? But it just educates you. It educates you. So great recommendations, guys. Definitely a lot of stuff to eat this week with lots of stuff. But we got some more content coming. We got Netflix. We got a great video out. Vincent put a video out on Hard Boiled. Check that out. A little analysis. More stuff coming. TikTok, we have all of social media. If you're an audio listener, if you enjoyed, give us a review. Let us know what you liked. Check us out on YouTube. Show us subscribe. We're getting close to 900. Big 9.
Oh my gosh, we're so close to 1,000. We're so close. I can't believe it.
Yeah. We got lots more videos coming. We're starting to do more live streams. So if you guys, haven't checked out our live streams
on YouTube,
we're doing live streams on YouTube. Yeah. So that's something new. We're trying out. Hop in, chat with us, and we'll see you there. But without further ado, Vincent, thanks for coming on this week. Appreciate it.
Dude, of course. This was a great episode. Oh my God. I loved it. A lot of clippable moments too. I think.
Yeah, you're right. Lots of good stuff. Again, guys, we're sponsored by Manscape. And if you want to show some support, remember, you can get 20% off and free shipping with the code strictlycasual at manscaped.com. Guys, head to the website. Lots of great products. Show some love. And we'll see you guys on the next week on another episode of Freeze Frame.
Beautiful.
Bye,
Peace out, guys.